Julie, sister, thank you so much for joining Female Frequency today.
Hi, Jodie. So happy to have you. This is really exciting.
It's so exciting because I need to spaz out with you for a second because I love visiting artist studios. You've graciously taken me in and shown me all around, and you're inside your podcast studio. But look at all of these suitcases behind me. You guys, this is how Julie travels with her glass. I mean, she is a vintage collector, a collector of many things. And we're going to talk about many things with Julie because I think it's important to share important conversations like we're going to today, because we're going to talk about lighting. We're going to talk about the health benefits of getting the right type of lighting. And we're going to talk about some art lighting as well. But we're going to really get into um, the full spectrum about lights to help you and give you some alternatives. So let's backtrack. Julie, what the heck are all these suitcases? What?
Oh,
There's like,
it's my prized possessions. Actually, it's just started as an early young glass blower in my 20s, and actually, I got a tattoo, and my tattoo artist he carried his tattoo guns in a vintage suitcase, and I started blowing glass. So he gifted me my first case and said, "These are so great to carry tools in. Why don't you use this one?" And he gifted me that. And I thought, oh my God, this is genius. And then I would expand because I got more tools. And then, of course, bigger and better projects now. Everything is a filing system. You can see all the little labels. It's like the anchors and cables I use to hang big chandeliers and installations. And then glass blowing, we have frit and powder and Marini cane and all of the different components we use to make color. And then we've got hot shop tools and we've got cold working tools and we've got videos, VHS from the old days of glass learning, and everything is in there. So it's a great file system. It makes me super happy. And it's funny to do a podcast looking at my own collection. And welcome to my studio. So thanks for having me today. This is exciting because I'm excited about having my own little recording unit space as well to kind of get the stories out and talk more a little bit out into the world, reach more
yeah,
people.
you're so knowledgeable, and your mission is to bring more light into the world.
Mhm.
And that's why I think it's important to share our conversations because you're so knowledgeable about so many things when it comes to light source, better supplies, how to connect and ground yourself with the earth and the lighting. I mean, we have also, for the listeners, Julie and I have known each other for a number of years. We've worked on several projects. You may have heard us on my Climate Pledge in Glass series. And what has started out as working together on projects for the good of glass has turned into this kinship about being better,
Mm.
about giving alternatives to what we're inundated with in this type of society that we're in. So we're working on projects. We just finished a project with a client where your knowledge and your expertise was like gorgeous because you had the task of a two-story foyer in a statement residence
With a
down
statement
the
glass
road
collection.
with the statement glass collection. I mean,
Yes.
it was a
Yes.
huge Dale Chihuly glass installation,
Yes.
full confetti color power in this one. And to walk in and to be able to illuminate the space
Yes.
and
Combining the function of lighting a foyer um, and bringing art glass lighting into the mix as part of a collector's collection. Right now, it's a functional art glass lighting and suspending over the Chihuly beautiful sculptures that are archival from the 90s
yeah.
and illuminating and kind of like we were talking about this lineage. For me personally, it was a really big honor and an impact. And what Dale Chihuly has done with his combinations of the schools and the teachers that he brought into Pilchuck and the lineage and the knowledge that is passed down through those classes And from him employing a large swath of a number of glass makers in his hot shop studios, installs, mock-up groups, travel groups, botanical gardens, museums, etc. The list goes
Yeah.
on. And then, I wouldn't be at all where I am as an artist, glass artist, here today without those resources, and without the people who work with him, around him, who work with me and my team. And it's the beehive, it's the art glass beehive that you need when, especially working hot glass. You're not in your own little corner just carving away or painting away. You really need people who are knowledgeable, people who are you know as crazy as I am, to turn hot lava in our hands and make something amazing. So
That's that's one of the things that helped me fall in love with the studio glass movement, especially the American studio glass movement, because it was artists sharing their knowledge and their expertise with one another and sharing and like, let's make bigger things. Let's add some more color to here. Let's use our imagination and
yeah,
work on
push
those,
it further.
push it
Yeah, yeah.
further, push those boundaries.
So bringing in to the client's perspective, first of all, let's talk about what I do often
Okay.
is save people from absolute garbage lights. Oh my God. What was hanging in that house before was two triple clusters. I called them the magic wands. They were black metal with little LED white square cubes on the end. And one whole cluster had burned out already. The ballast had burned out. There's no repairing those cheap kind of
Yeah.
old lights or whatever. And the other one had one burned out and one flickering and one on. I mean, there was absolutely no function in that space whatsoever. And then you're talking about this archival collection of the Dale Chihuly glass, flanking both sides of an enormous two-story painting that's rare in itself from his collection. And so I need to bring functional light. And I'm also not only lighting the foyer, but I'm going to cascade light down onto that Dale's, glass reeds and these collections that he has, and the
Yeah.
painting in the space too. So definitely bringing in the full spectrum light, which I use on 90% of my projects, because it makes us feel good. It makes us look good. We're also reaping health benefits. And it's kind of getting out there more and more. We've been sold down the river on this LED. And now let me tell you, there's LEDs that are appropriate, and they, under counter lighting are amazing, or maybe some spotlights, or maybe your garage light. And you know what I mean? There's some
Right.
really great things.
Because we have fast food, we have fast fashion, we have fast lighting. Like just go to the big box stores and,
Yeah.
put,
And I think my concern is really the decorative lighting, because the LEDs and sort of the technical lighting, great ideas. We can light corridors, you can have things turn on and off with sensors in a corporate building or even in homes, in some safety aspects, but we're
Mhm.
going too far. We're overlighting our yards, we're overlighting our trees, we're messing up the nighttime sky, we're messing up nocturnal animals and nocturnal pollinators. We're burning out our retinas all the time, and we're wondering why we're depressed. So
Yeah,
that
let's break it
that's
down. Let's break it
a
down.
hard one. So when I'm working with a client, I'm going to introduce them to this conversation. Like, let's get full spectrum light in here, because you're investing in the glass, and the glass is going to light like sunlight, right? So when we go to a cathedral and we see that natural light come in,
Yeah.
we literally take our breath away. It's transcendent. It is exactly my mission to create that effect over your dining table or in your stairwell or in a hotel lobby. I want people to go, oh, whoa, light and glass, and my moods change. Why did it change? Because the way the light and the frequencies came through those colors of glass is it's mood changing. It's also, it's cascading a number of benefits through the body.
It's
And
part of that felt sense.
yes,
Your cones and rods in your eyes and the color.
triggers into serotonin, melatonin, good sleep. We're getting into this, circadian rhythm idea. So, which is, forever millennia history of humans and the animals, plants on Earth. But we are so far removed right now in this modern society. we all have our phones. I mean, I'm guilty some days too, right? But I've really changed my habits to where I don't wear sunglasses in the day because I want all the full spectrum light in our eyes. I also get up with the sun. I get immediate sun when I can. Even in Seattle when it's gray, I go outside and take a few minutes. I have a light meter in the morning, and even when it is gray outside, it could be 9,000 lux, believe it or not, out of the clouds. And office buildings these days with fluorescent or LED are 500 lux.
Oh no.
A cloudy morning is 9,000. That is not healthy light. And so if you think that people are, that doesn't register on the lux meter, and that doesn't register for our eyes and our, all of these things that we're talking about that we eat. It's light is food and it's information and it's, you know what I mean? It's all of that. So when we're exposed to these things, we're in our modern office building, and we might go to a restaurant or a hotel or a hospital or an apartment building and a condo. We haven't seen any infrared or ultraviolet all day or all night. And now we have a bad habit. I definitely have nights where I'm just like on my computer late, but I learned to wear the blue blocker glasses now. I definitely put those on after sunset. I have medium ones. I have yellow ones if I'm working on the computer in the day. I have pink ones for because I can't even drive at night anymore. The LEDs in the cars are so offensive and so glaring. I don't know why they're thinking, you know, brighter is not better. This is not better. This is destructive. And you can almost feel it. Like for me, I can feel it like almost the back of my brain. And then my whole body's in fight or flight. I'm just like nervous and I can't hide. And then I'm also blinded and I'm operating a car and I can't see into the dark and I don't know what's going on. So we need to do better.
These are real things. This isn't necessarily even an age thing. This isn't a comfort level thing. This is like an outside thing
Yeah.
that is real.
Yeah, and it's getting more out there, and I'm so excited because I've been following a little self-assembled tribe called the Lighting Police, and it started out like, oh, we don't like that LED flickering, or we don't like bad lighting solutions and things, and now it's really becoming like we are writing articles about circadian rhythm and things you can do actually to take back hold of your health and your life, and you wouldn't know it, but lighting is pretty much everything. Light is life, guys. Look at the plants, look at the trees, look at the animals. They go lay in the sun. The trees, if you put a house plant in the house, my little guy, he's leaning towards the window, right? Because that's where the light is coming. And our disconnection is a disconnection from our own bodies and our own rhythms and our own natural capacity and our strength and health. So have we seen more depression, more anger, more sadness, more unsure of ourselves? Yes, because if we're not getting infrared and we're not getting ultraviolet, these are triggering fight or flight. They're making our kidneys and adrenals stressed out. We are depressed, and then we're not. You know what it's like. You go out on a sunny day, or you go on spring break in the beach, and all of a sudden you feel better. Half of it is because you're getting really good light.
You really are. So I want to help draw that out a little more for everyone. So you and I have gone to a big box store and we've looked at lighting boxes. We've seen like them trying to change the language, like mercury free, easy disposable.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
was the one that we just saw?
Oh,
The
electric
brighter,
shock.
the daylight. If you look at the what the label says, the daylight ones, people think, oh, daylight, that's what I want more of. But then if
Yeah.
you read it, the daylight one actually has more blue light, which then makes me think that's what's causing more headaches in people.
So there's the healthy blue light and there's the toxic blue light.
Oh, tell me, tell me, tell
Yeah.
me.
So midday, yeah, there's a lot of blue light in the sky. And that's why it's recommended you want to look at sunrises and sunsets. Those are your that's where you're going to get your ultraviolet and your UV infrared, right? In
Oh,
those
okay.
beautiful warmer and shallow tones of the sun. And when it is midday, yes, but it is full spectrum blue light. So we not only have blue light, but we have like every other light in there. So an LED generally is built with a blue light spike, and it's our computer screens, it's our phones, it's these light sources, and they might color tone them, but that's not changing the frequency. It's not offering all of those spectra of colors, which are bands. And if you remember the like visible light spectra, then we've got infrared, ultraviolet, infrared, but then we have gamma rays and radio waves, and all these other things are coming at us that we also cannot see.
Right.
So the it's okay. We have these LEDs, it's okay, but I'm talking about your living spaces,
Yeah.
guys. I'm talking about where we're using decorative lighting, where I can make a difference here, and maybe balance your lifestyle. So if you have to go to the office, get outside for 20, 30 minutes, get your feet on the ground, look at the sun or look at the sky, or go on a walk for 30 minutes, and you're
Yeah.
breathing in and you're literally are absorbing the environment. Okay. We've kind of gotten past that. And then maybe in your little cubicle you bring in a warm lamp or one little tiny like incandescent nightlight or something
Oh,
that
okay.
you can do. Often if I have to work on my computer writing a proposal, I will light one of my incandescent glowing lights near my work area, because I know my eyes have to look at this for a while, but they can also absorb some healthy light.
Mm.
So clients often tell me, because when they build a new home or they renovate or whatever, the new construction, what's available, LED can be wonderful. They've made it better. They definitely have made it better, where the tones are not so stark sometimes. But when my clients are like, we leave your light on 24/7, because it's offering, they can feel it whether they understand the technological aspects of it or not, right? Because they feel good around it. And so I became a representative of health lighting, and I can use my affiliate. I can help anybody order through me, full spectrum lights, and I do offer lighting consultation. And I haven't gone to lighting school, guys. I also haven't even gone to glass blowing school. So whatever. I just learn and make up my own stuff. So, but it does work. I obviously have garnered a lot of international recognition and awards and speaker opportunities, and I know my stuff. I will study it, whether or not I went to a school for it.
Yeah. Hi, listeners. So today, Julie has been helping us learn more about full spectrum lighting and how important it is to your health. So we have a special discount code for you. There are so many light bulbs on the market that are not good and that are meant to have marketing copy that will trick you. So we're going to leave a website in the show notes. We're going to leave you a special discount price. And I can just tell you that these light bulbs I've been replacing in my house. These are the A21 100-watt bulbs right now. I also love the mirror balls. It's helped alleviate my headaches and my squinching up when I walk to rooms because there's so much blue. So, to be the healthiest version of yourself, it's a new season, it's a new frequency, it's a new bulb. I hope you go to the website and enjoy this special Earth Day gift. Yeah, there is a certain ambiance that all of your installations bring that I know that I have felt and seen, and even being in your studio from mid-afternoon into the evening yesterday,
Yeah.
it just there is a mood settler. There is a mood uplifter. I mean, it's full spectrum, and it was so nice and easy on
Yes.
the eyes, and
Yes.
your
Easy
eyes
on
don't feel
eyes.
like
Yes. And you're
they're
not
under
beaten up,
God.
because I feel like now anymore, like the restaurant owners, they've been sold these things. They're like, brighter is better. And you're eating dinner. I feel like I'm like, oh my God, this light is actually heavy. It's
The
coming down.
light can be assaulting, and that's just it.
Yes,
Like
yes.
what
Uh,
you do, your lighting
we're
installations
under
are
attack,
unforgettable.
almost.
What'd you
We're,
say?
it feels like almost like being under attack by heavy light,
Yeah.
bright light. And listen, I want to look good when I'm at the restaurant, and I want my food to look good, and also even at home. And I am like we look like cadavers with these stark shadows. The food looks gray. The chefs went to all that work. Like, no, it's not. You know, when you've been to a restaurant, they still use real candles and they set this ambiance and the tone. You're already relaxed. You're already enjoying. You're digesting your food better, by the way, and then getting more nutrients. PS. So when we're under bad lighting, it has that effect as well. It really is a cascade of a number of things.
Absolutely. Wow.
So um this old innate whatever we're born with the eons of the cavemen or whatever, way back. Let's talk about that. The hearth, the heart is our safety, and it's where the fire is. So, it's where the warmth is. And we didn't have, central heating in all the history of the world. So you would have to have everybody hanging around the hearth or circle the wagons around the fire against, the dangerous animals and whatnot. So you
Yeah.
would be warm and you would have light and you would have safety. And then, you would carry your candle to your room or whatever. So things were by candlelight or by low dim incandescent. And incandescent is an incredible invention, and it's still working after, like, from the 1800s. And some of these light bulbs that are vacuum sealed properly are still in operation 120 years later, which is incredible. And we need to get back to, there may be a modification on that. I saw MIT a few years ago, and I really don't know where that went, but um, I was trying to follow it, where they were trying to come up with a glass, the outer part of the glass is just to protect the element, right, from breaking. It's such a delicate little element, and it heats. So you have a little bit of that's why the light bulbs are hot. But when you dim heat, that's why it also dims the light.
Mm.
So then when we're working on dimmer light at night, our eyes, they are ready to go to sleep. Now you're going to get a full body night's rest. All of those things that happen when we're sleeping with this digestion and melatonin and all of those hormones that turn on to reset, clean your liver, all happen um at night in a dark room. And that starts before bed, though. Starts a couple hours before bed. So then you wake up refreshed. So we're in a bad cycle. We get in these bad cycles.
Yeah.
But it's unfortunate too, man. I mean, the neighborhoods now, we have these glaring LED in our suburban neighborhoods or city streets,
Yeah.
glaring into your bedroom, like
Oh,
even
yeah.
blackout shades. It's brutal. I
It's
mean,
brutal. I want to get a BB
find
or something. Like I've got one just light pollution in right through the kitchen too. It's just,
and you live in the country.
and I live in the country. Yeah.
So imagine that times 10 on your block when you live in a suburban neighborhood. There's no hiding. And that's exciting too. I'm saying that some of these lighting designers, and there are movements, the Dark Sky International, I would highly recommend people starting to talk to your neighbors. Does your neighbor's garage need an 8 million Kelvin LED blaring into the alley? I am a fan of trigger lights of like security, because it will ward off, somebody approaching the garage. But it can be a lot dimmer, and it doesn't need to be on all night long and then messing up. We have migration for birds are messing up. We have huge impact on this.
Huge
And
impact.
again, our sleep is compounding into health issues and digestive issues and then mood issues. And yeah, we're not doing our best work. We're not happy. So I am really, and it's a choice, right? We have to choose to eat organic. We have to choose to go to the farmer's market. We have to choose, because our systems right now are not healthy systems.
Right. We're not doing our best. You're exactly right.
And
We're
so
lighting
we
up the
need to
trees,
choose,
killing
we need
everything.
to choose what is good. And we need to start making
Yes.
efforts. It's not, it's just, this is it. We have to start taking responsibility for ourselves, right? And if you start doing that and you change bulb by bulb in your house and that, you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
can take it back. Like you experienced my studio here last night. Every single one of my lights in every room is incandescent. It dims. It has a beautiful glow. And it's a wonderful place to hang out and be.
I need
Even
to order like
you know,
20
even our friend said, "Oh, I drive by sometimes. It seems dim out there at night." You know, and I go, "Yeah, because it's dim."
because it's nighttime. Yeah.
Or I'll go to candlelight some nights. You know, just so beautiful to hang by candles and just even watch flames. It can
Yeah.
retrain your eyes. We are far from that, but my little niche is to bring it in the world of glass. Like, why not bring it into a concept of bedside hanging pendants that are so beautiful? That's the last thing you see at night. You know, it's like the glow while you're hanging out,
The
or
glow, the softness.
under your dining table or foyers, impact pieces when people walk through the home, or I just enjoy the journey of bringing what I know in lighting. It's a technical, it's also medical, it's also, a health expansion idea, but in the world of design
Yeah.
and art glass. Like,
Yeah.
how cool. You can hang something beautiful over your dining table that's a beautiful design aesthetic and get health benefits from that. How
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it'd be great. I'm starting my first project with a spa,
Yeah.
and you're coming with me. We're going to do this together because you have so much experience, right? With other hospitalities, with meditation rooms and
Yes.
hospitals, right? Like,
I've done some health clinics, an urgent clinic in Santa Fe, some naturopathic doctors' offices, a genetic research. He's a naturopathic genetic research scientist, tip to tail, 3-story atrium to the office, to his private office, to the home, to the dining table, to the bedside lights. He fully experiences beautiful glass lighting, and what an honor, right? that's
yeah,
that's proof. His caliber of knowledge in the world. I don't spend my days reading science and health journals, and
right.
so, but he's asked me to do that for his personal space, and that means a lot. In the world of interior design, like you had touched on this fast idea, right? So I mean, is my little outfit that I'm wearing right now handcrafted? No, but we can also start to support a maker or two, right? We all can know those little maker markets, and we can or a local farmer market, or a local art gallery, or a local something that
Yeah,
you can invest in. And we all have this idea it's going to be too expensive, and it isn't actually. When you start looking at what you can get some really great things, and you'll get a guarantee of the work because we're going to back it. We run small businesses, and on top of that, we're going to be creating a beautiful product that actually has a frequency as well. And so the frequencies, Miss Frequency podcast,
yeah,
um, is also what I'm really into, like not just the lighting source, but how is this made?
yeah,
This is made by artisans who trained, who are in healthy environments to work in, who source as best we can. I mean, glass, whatever, take it or leave it. It is worked with fire, but so is so many other things. So it's okay.
yeah,
But and me, I do recycled glass, I do dumpster diving, I do a lot of other things with the components. But when we are keep buying fast, cheap, it's just inundated with that energy in a space. And now we're absorbing that as well.
yeah,
And I'm seeing hospitals designed right now. They are stark white lighting, LED little sticks. There's not a lot of color on the walls. It's like white walls, very sad industrial places. How are you supposed to heal?
yes.
Because even paint color, right, has a frequency, because color is light, right?
Color is light.
So
It is
what
light
light
frequency.
frequency is it absorbing? And in a paint room, it can change all day long. Like early, it's like, oh, whoa, this room looks really dark
Yeah,
blue, and then it's now teal, and you know what I mean, because of where the sun is and all of that.
yeah.
So this is
It,
the exploration we want to go on through glass and light, which I know a lot about, and I know a lot about lighting, health. I've actually gone on my own health journey. I can't tell you, like the struggles are real in the modern age. What our food sucks, our water sucks. It's like we're just hit with so many things. And it is time that we have to take it ourselves because the agencies around us are not doing it. They really,
Exactly right. They're looking at the quick fix, the money. They're making things that don't have a shelf life. Their shelf life may be like 3 months, one
not
year.
only
That's
that,
it.
they're
Like,
cheap and harmful. So it's
yeah.
like it's not really beneficial.
For us to
So
be in our truest, highest frequency, our best selves,
yeah. Yeah,
we
I gotta
need
make
to
some choices.
we got to
For me to show up for you all, I have made a lot of choices. I like shut things down at night. I have these new rules. I have these glasses. I got my new grounding shoes,
you got your
right?
new grounding shoes. They're
Yes,
adorable. Those are the
they're
cutest ones I've ever
handmade
seen.
and they have a
Yeah,
copper rivet right there.
love it.
So I'm touching the earth a lot and as much as I can because we all have to work too. You know what I mean? We got it. We can't just be sitting in a park all day meditating. We actually have to integrate into the world. But can I take these smaller steps to mitigate what I got to come up against? Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
And I think that's and then working with using your voice through your podcast and expanding. You're talking about the spa project, other clients. Well, lighting. If you spend a lot of money on a granite countertop or these beautiful finishings, if you have cheap blue lighting, it all looks terrible. So if you don't have good source lighting, you're affecting the entire what they spent on that renovation or the new build or all of those things. And then in the spa that we're discussing, frequencies, right? The spa is about frequencies. So
Yes.
you want to raise your health, you feel good vibes. And even for that particular project, we're going to integrate the recycled glass, full spectrum lighting. So we have a green eco design, we have health lighting,
I know
design product.
we didn't, I mean, like you're so vast with your abilities, but I mean, you just are one of the most eco-conscious artists I have ever met. Um, you have lived off the grid multiple times in your life. And as a woman, I'm just in awe that you have been able to do that. But I mean, like, you're going to Mexico. You're bringing women in lighting to Mexico. You just came back from Mexico where you have a whole line that you
Yeah,
created
my
from
recycled
recycled.
glass partners down there, and it's so fun because it's just again making choices, making walking my talk. That's all I have to do is like I kind of work on what is important to me. Sometimes it's not the norm, but I am seeing right now, which for your example, this idea, the spa client, thoughtful curation. Okay. We might not be able to buy every tile and every little thing, da da da, like handmade. But thoughtful curation means we don't buy every little knickknack from a big box store and just fill shelves with stuff to fill our void in ourselves. We want a beautiful, maybe take that because when you add up the dollars of all that, you could
Mhm.
actually buy a local piece of art, right?
Right.
Or something that means something to you because you traveled somewhere and you got so excited about that location and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to walk into this art gallery and then I meet this maker and then wow, I have this sculpture and I'm going to take it home for my trip. And now that's always going to be a touch thing that I enjoyed and it will remind me of that trip and it's made by someone special. This is what we're talking about, frequency elevation in design, in art, and supporting more of anything that's around you. If you're fine, even if it's within your circle online, you might want to hunt out an artist that you saw. She might be, across the world, but you found it because of a connection.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and we're talking that kind of stuff, heartfelt connections, thoughtful curation, thoughtful design and impact. We're going to change, you can change your whole world by that, you know,
Yes.
small by
And
small, like little by little steps.
let's do it. I'm with you, sister. And you have come up with a concept to help people understand, and you have a limited edition that you would like to gift to those
Yeah.
people who
Yeah, we're gonna try something new, guys,
Tell
because I
us, tell us.
want to. So I'm always working in 3D, blown glass, and all these, different things that are hot, heavy, difficult to transport, extremely complicated to install. And a number of years ago, I had the first opportunity through Motif Hotel to take my lighting and make patterns, right, of the light that comes off, the emanating of my lighting in a 2D fashion. So, we were talking yesterday, talk about connections.
Yeah.
What about mailing a postcard to anyone who hears this podcast? And we will pop a card of my frequencies design, one of my signature pieces, into a custom limited edition postcard from this call. And
Okay.
who wouldn't want an awesome piece of mail
Let's
in
do it.
yeah. So
Let's,
I really appreciate this opportunity because you know what? We have got to start building real connections too. I
yeah.
think people are feeling empty. They saw another TikTok, they saw this and this, and here we are. We're on a what technological apparatus to get this conversation out.
Yeah.
But how do we merge that back to inspiring someone maybe today could go out and walk in their neighborhood, find when you by the way, when you start walking in your neighborhood, you see stuff you never saw before. It's kind
Yeah.
of wild. You're like, oh, right. I just got in my car and zipped to work. It's a different world. Um,
Yeah. And what their policymakers are making decisions for them. It's like you can participate. You
yeah,
can
yeah,
be
you
part of
can
that
sit or
conversation.
say hello to a neighbor, or then you learn about a farmer market or something,
Yeah.
in the hood.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, I'm just so honored that we could evolve our conversation into this level, because it's truly, when I said my tagline, now we were going back to when I started my studio. Well, I started in glass almost 30 years ago, my first little blob of glass, amazing. But I opened my studio in 2000. So I said, to bring light and beauty to the world, what I named it. And I had no idea this journey. I mean, it was, an artist journey and a thing, blah, 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 clients, installs, challenges, all the things. But now it really truly is like, we got to bring more light. It's up to us.
Yes, it is. Thanks for being here. Let's bring the
Thanks,
light.
Jodie. Thanks for being here.